Why does the rest of the world hate America? Well, not the entire world. But if you've ever been abroad and mentioned you're American, you've probably gotten one of two reactions: a wide smile or a sarcastic "Oh, America." It's like showing up at a party with pizza. Everyone's glad you brought it, but now you're also the guy who talks too loud, drinks too much, and insists your playlist is the best. Welcome to America's reputation. Today, we're going to unpack the real reasons behind this love-hate obsession. Spoiler: it's not just jealousy. There are deep political, cultural, and economic reasons. And by the end, you might realize something uncomfortable. The hate says as much about the world as it does about America. Point number 1. The global hall monitor. Let's start with the second best reason. America acts like the world's hall monitor, and nobody likes the hall monitor. Since World War II, the US has set up military bases in over 70 countries. That's like your neighbor parking their RV in your driveway permanently and saying, "Don't worry, I'm just here for your safety." On one hand, yes, US power has kept sea lanes open, stopped dictators, and given countries the freedom to grow. On the other hand, it has also meant endless interventions, from Vietnam to Iraq to Afghanistan. Interventions that often looked less like helping and more like forcing freedom at gunpoint. For many nations, America doesn't feel like a protector. It feels like a bossy roommate who borrows your stuff, eats your leftovers, and then gives you a lecture on democracy. Point number 2. The Hollywood megaphone. Now for the biggest reason: culture. Hollywood doesn't just make movies, it manufactures the image of America and exports it worldwide. Think about it. People in rural India, small towns in Africa, and giant cities in Europe, they've all seen American high schools on TV. They've all watched New York cops chase criminals. They've all heard about the American dream. But here's the kicker: these portrayals are exaggerated, glamorized, and often just plain wrong. America sells an image of wealth, guns, sex, superheroes, and fast food. Then the rest of the world looks at real America, poverty, healthcare struggles, inequality, and goes, "Wait, that's not what you promised." It's cultural catfishing. America puts out a Tinder profile saying rich, funny, loves freedom, and then shows up late, broke, and arguing about healthcare bills. No wonder people swipe left. Point number 3. Economic muscle, aka Wall Street is your landlord. Money. America doesn't just have it, it controls the world's financial system. The US dollar is the world's reserve currency. That means global trade runs through the American banking system. If Washington doesn't like you, sanctions. And those sanctions hit hard because suddenly your country can't trade or move money. This makes America look less like a trading partner and more like a landlord who can evict you anytime. Sure, the system keeps stability, but it also creates resentment. Nobody likes being reminded that one country holds the keys to the global safe. Point number 4. Hypocrisy hurts. Here's another reason. America doesn't always practice what it preaches. The US talks about democracy, freedom, and human rights, but then supports dictators when it's convenient, ignores international law when it wants to invade someone, and preaches equality while struggling with racism at home. Other countries see the gap between America's words and actions, and that hypocrisy fuels resentment. It's like a fitness influencer selling clean living but secretly eating donuts off camera. People don't forget. Point number 5. The jealousy factor nobody admits. Now, here's the unpopular truth. Some of that hate, it's envy. People can't stop consuming American culture. Marvel movies, McDonald's fries, iPhones, NBA basketball. They roll their eyes at America while literally wearing Levi's and sipping Coke. It's like hating the popular kid at school while copying their style. This contradiction is why anti-American sentiment is so loud. It's fueled by both resentment and obsession. America is unavoidable, and that drives people crazy. Love, hate, and the reality check. So why do other countries hate America? Because America is everywhere. Militarily, economically, culturally. You can't escape it. Some hate comes from genuine grievances, wars, sanctions, hypocrisy. Some comes from frustration, watching America make mistakes that affect everyone else. And some comes from envy, because whether you admit it or not, America has influence nobody else comes close to. At the end of the day, the world's relationship with the US isn't pure hate. It's messy. It's love, Hate, obsession, envy, and dependence all rolled into one. Or to put it bluntly, America is the global main character. And the world can't stop talking about the main character, even when they claim they hate them. So next time you hear someone say, "Oh, America," remember, the loudest critics are often the most hooked. Thanks for watching Unpacking America. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the hate is justified? Or is it just the cost of being the world's main character? And don't forget to subscribe, because the next video is about why, despite all the hate, the US is still the most powerful country on earth.